Wednesday, October 19th, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and we're live at beautiful Waveney Park in New Canaan as we prepare for today's FCAC Cross Country Championships. We'll have the latest local news for you, including an update on that car rollover yesterday morning in Ridgefield, a Darian coach's suspension extended, and much more. Frank Granito is back with a look at the forecast and a Nutmeg Sports update. But first, in Ridgefield, a North Salem roadman was arrested for driving under the influence and failure to drive in the proper lane after a one-car accident on North Street around 10 yesterday morning. Check out this video from press editor Steve Coulter at the scene of that crash cleanup. Police said that 19-year-old Liam Jorda was traveling northbound when his vehicle swerved and struck a stone wall and mailbox on the northbound shoulder. According to the report, the impact caused the vehicle to roll on its left side and come to a rest. Fire crews responded to the scene but did not have to perform an extrication, and no injuries were reported. Police closed off a portion of the road as a tow truck righted the flipped car. Jorda was handcuffed on the scene and taken to police headquarters. And Stratford police arrested a Bridgeport woman who has been selling a lethal form of heroin around town. The Connecticut Post reports that Rebecca Redhead Concepcion, 38 years old, of Wood Avenue in Bridgeport, was charged with 2 counts of sale of heroin and 1 count of sale of cocaine. Back in August, police said they received information that Concepcion was selling heroin laced with fentanyl, a form that has caused numerous overdoses and at least 2 deaths in the area. Police say they subsequently arranged to make 3 undercover drug sales with the woman, who they later identified as Concepcion, who's on probation for drug sales. At the start of one of those transactions, police said Concepcion warned the other undercover officer that her heroin was strong and to use it with caution. Police say they later seized Concepcion's cell phone, which contained records of other drug sales. And in Darian, a 1966 Mustang GT convertible was stolen from an Upper Middlesex Road home during the overnight hours between October 13th and October 14th. Police said the suspects first broke into a 2014 Toyota parked in front of the Mustang in the driveway, prying open the passenger door. Once inside the vehicle, they tampered with the steering wheel and maneuvered the car out of the driveway and onto the home's lawn. They then stole the Mustang, which had been sitting covered in the driveway. The homeowner woke at about 7 a.m. to find the Toyota still on his lawn and the muscle car nowhere to be found. Police said the stolen car was worth about $25,000 and was only used by the owner on special occasions. And Trumble police on Tuesday released a series of videos to the Trumble Times. The videos taken inside Stop & Shop show Police Commissioner Roger McGovern's interactions with Stop & Shop cashier Bernardino Nieva, who Nieva said was trying to get the cashier to give him $2,600 for a minor traffic incident and came to his place of work several times to demand it. The first video shows McGovern speaking with Nieva and showing him some papers before moving out of the camera's view. The two continue to speak, and McGovern can be seen reaching into his pocket and retrieving something that he shows to Nieva. The second video shows the conversation continuing from a different camera's perspective. It shows McGovern reach into his pocket and remove his wallet, then replace it a few seconds later. Nieva has alleged that McGovern showed him a badge and claimed to be the police. McGovern will not face criminal charges in that case, but he does now face the town ethics board. And in some big news in FCAC sports, the Darien Times reports that high school football coach Rob Trefone will be suspended for an additional 2 weeks, effective immediately, according to Darien school officials. Superintendent Dan Brenner confirmed the suspension announced Tuesday was related to an October 1st incident in which Trefone was previously suspended, in which he struck a player on the helmet with an open hand after the player had an altercation with an opponent from Norwich Free Academy. Initially, Trefone was suspended through Saturday, October 15th. This comes as a result of the district assessing a campus security video that was not previously seen, according to school officials. Trefone released a statement as well, saying, "I take full responsibility for the incident, and I am truly sorry for my actions." Trefone said, "I apologized to the team, explained that I fully accept the consequence of my behavior, and told them I'm looking forward to getting back to coaching following my suspension." Trefone's suspension will last through October 30th, at which time he will be reinstated to his coaching position. You can get more on that story at DarianTimes.com. But let's switch gears now and throw it over to Frank Granito for a look at this forecast, which has been incredible, Frank, so far.
That's right, Kate. And after a record-setting Tuesday, we will have picture-perfect weather again as we get set for the cross-country championships today. Partly cloudy throughout the day, but very warm with temperatures up around 80 degrees. There'll be a light breeze around 10 miles per hour that should make life a little more comfortable during the meet for the runners. Overcast overnight, and temperatures will cool down into the mid-50s. Much cooler tomorrow, though, on Thursday, as we'll have temperatures sitting in the mid to high 60s. Overcast throughout the day. There's a chance for a passing shower in the morning and a couple more overnight where we'll see more overcast skies heading into what looks to be a wet and windy Friday afternoon. Friday, we're going to see early morning showers followed by some heavy rainfall coming in the afternoon. Wind gusts could pick up to as high as 20 miles per hour, as it should make for a very interesting Friday night when we're back here at New Canaan for New Canaan and Greenwich football in our FCAC game of the week. That's going to do it for this weather update. Let's send it back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. Well, Frank's going to join us after the break with the Nutmeg Sports Update. We also have some more local news coming up after this. Visit 5 significant houses designed by Philip Johnson in New Canaan, Connecticut on an exclusive one-day study tour on October 22nd. The tour will visit the Hodgson House, the Alice Ball House, Wiley Speculative House, and Boisana's House. Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darian. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Leo Carl from Carl Chevrolet in New Canaan, and you've heard me talk about the Chevy Volt for years. The new model gets 53 miles on EV charge daily, plus 420-mile full range. But don't take my word for it. You need to come in and test drive the Volt yourself. Visit us at 261 Elm Street in New Canaan or online at carldirect.com.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. New Canaan is 6 minutes down the road. New Canaan's a beautiful little town to walk around. I work in Westport. My commute is 20 minutes. It's close to Westchester, where my family is, so the location is ideal. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. This is where I want to be.
Visit 5 significant houses designed by Philip Johnson in New Canaan, Connecticut on an exclusive one-day study tour on October 22nd. The tour will visit the Hodgson House, the Alice Ball House, Wiley Speculative House, and Boisana's House, culminating with an evening tour of the Glass House property and festive reception. Tickets include tours of each house, shuttle transportation, and refreshments throughout. Visit theglasshouse.org and click on What's On to get your tickets and more information.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Washington Prime, now open on Main Street in Georgetown. Come enjoy our relaxed setting, excellent service, award-winning nightly happy hours, and feast on our creative new American cuisine. Connecticut Magazine's winner for Best Steak, Washington Prime of Georgetown.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We're back on this Wednesday edition of your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and we're live from Waveney Park in New Canaan, getting ready for the FCAC Cross Country Championships later today. We're going to throw it now over to Frank Granito for more on that and to tell us about an exciting soccer game last night, Frank.
That's right, Kate, and we had a lot of fun. The HAN Network was live last night at Fairfield Ludlow High School for a crosstown rivalry in the battle for the Swedish Cup between Fairfield Ward and Fairfield Ludlow. And for the first time in 11 years, the Cup is heading back to Ward with the Mustangs. The Mustangs came away with a 1-0 victory over their crosstown rival Falcons. Let's take a look at some of those highlights.
On Ludlow, we're going to see a dangerous free kick here for Ward. Big opportunity for them. There's Jason Deck with the free kick. Lofting ball on the cross. McGuire, that's it, it's in! Ward gets it on the board. They're up 1-0. Anthony Zarlinga with a beautiful volley to put the Mustangs up 1-0. That does sound very, very cool. You know, I'm actually a little jealous. I'm not going to be home watching the game. I'm excited to be there, though. A big opportunity for Ludlow. And again, there's Matt Skelton scooping that ball away, and he'll throw it out quickly for the Mustangs. Matthias Nascimento with the free kick just outside the 18. We even see Jack McGuire, the keeper, in the box. Empty net for the Falcons. Waiting for the sign, and away we go. Nascimento shot on net, and it just gets deflected away. That's it. For the first time in 13 years, the Fairfield Ward Mustangs have defeated the Fairfield Ludlow Falcons in boys soccer.
So congrats again to the Mustangs, and as great as it is bringing home the Swedish Cup, it's an even more important win with the playoff push coming up. They came into last night's game in 8th place, that final playoff position. They are now in a 3-way tie for 6th with Staples and Darian. The loss might sting a little bit less for Ludlow, though. They found out before the game with Norwalk and Ridgefield tying 1-1. They have clinched a spot in this year's FCAC postseason. And of course, the postseason begins today here at New Canaan's Waveney Park. We'll have the cross-country championships. On the boys' side, it's the runner-up from last year, Staples, who comes in following an undefeated regular season as the favorite. And for the girls, the Ridgefield Tigers, who won last year's championships, continue to dominate. They were unblemished on the regular season as well. They'll be the favorite to repeat today. But all of that will be coming up at 2 o'clock. That'll do it for this Nutmeg Sports update. Let's send it back over to Kate.
Thanks so much, Frank. Well, we are going to step out for a break, and when we come back, we have a lot more local news coming up on your coffee break after this.
The leaves are changing, water temps dropping, and the sun is setting a little earlier each day. But there's still a lot of great boating, fishing, and coast time left before we see the first snow. And above all, remember, it's always summer at the Dock Shop. With loads of new fishing tackle and accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor, the Dock Shop is just what you need when you start to feel that New England autumn chill. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
As you're getting back to your regular schedules, we're excited to get back to doing what we do best, offering you the freshest seasonal fare and all the ingredients for a healthy start to school. So shop Walter Stewart's for everything fresh, from A, apples to Z, zucchini, and from cotton candy grapes to back to nature all-natural snack bags. We save you time by stocking all of your favorite back-to-school essentials under one roof. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
We're back on your coffee break on the HAN Network, live at Waveney Park in New Canaan, getting ready for this afternoon's FCAC Cross Country Championships. But first, taking a look at some of the latest local news. Connecticut State Police have made an arrest in a fatal crash that happened last October in Middlebury. New Jersey resident 19-year-old Erica Weinman is charged in connection to that crash that happened last October 25th. It was a two-car motor vehicle accident on I-84 westbound near the South Street Bridge overpass in Middlebury. State police said that upon arrival, troopers found two vehicles, a Ford Escape and a Porsche Cayman, stopped in the left lane. The operator of the Porsche Cayman was fatally injured. The passenger was also injured and transported to Waterbury Hospital. The operator of the Ford Escape, Erica Weinman, was transported to St. Mary's Hospital for evaluation of her injuries. Troopers initiated an investigation and determined that Weinman was traveling eastbound on I-84 in the leftbound when her Ford Escape exited the roadway, crossed over the center median, and struck the Porsche Cayman, which was traveling westbound. After being struck, the Porsche rolled over and came to a rest on its roof. After a nearly year-long investigation, troopers applied for and were granted an arrest warrant for Erica Weinman. On October 14th, law enforcement officers in New Jersey took her into custody as a fugitive from justice, and she was later transported to Connecticut to be charged. And NBC Connecticut reports that 9 people were sent to the hospital early this morning following a wrong-way crash on I-84 in West Hartford. According to state police, at around 1:15 in the morning, a Toyota Corolla was traveling north in the southbound lanes of Route 9 from Kensington to I-84. Police say the car continued on to travel east in the westbound lanes in West Hartford, where it struck 3 vehicles near exit 40. 9 people were involved in the crash and were sent to the hospital for evaluation, some reporting minor injuries. All 4 involved vehicles were towed away from the scene due to disabling damage. And this Friday, the Wilton Youth Services, school PTAs, Silver Hill Hospital, and other local groups are hosting an education program about the pressures of growing up in affluent communities. Anxiety, depression, alcohol, and other drug use, many assume that problems like these affect children who experience the pressures of poverty. But what about teens whose families are comfortable or even well off? Well, according to Silver Hill research shows that substance abuse among affluent teens is significantly higher than national averages. The same is true of anxiety and depression. Affluent girls in 10th grade experience clinical depression at 5 times the average rate for girls their age. Nationally acclaimed researcher Sonia Luthar will speak about this phenomenon at Wilton High School's Little Theater at 10 in the morning on Friday. While she was on the faculty at Yale University, Dr. Sonia Luthar conducted a groundbreaking study of students in Westport that found affluent teens have elevated levels of anxiety, depression, and substance abuse that most people associate with poverty. Over the last 2 decades, this area has become one of her specialties, and she's widely recognized as an expert on the topic. You can get more information on that program this Friday by calling Wilton Youth Services at 203-834-6241. And finally, Aaron Berkowitz of the Shelton Herald went to a special birthday party recently. Check it out. He reports that not many people can say their birthday attracts more than 80 people with gifts each year. Well, Kinsey Bean Yolish isn't just any person. As a matter of fact, she's not a person at all. She's a dog, and for the 11th year straight, her mother and father, Kathy and Norman Yolish of Shelton, held a birthday party in her honor to raise money for the Shelton Animal Shelter. The family raised over $500 in food and toy donations, as well as more than $2,500 in monetary donations. They say Kinsey gave the party a 2 paws up. So thanks so much to Aaron Berkowitz for that video. We're going to wrap things up here on your coffee break, but there's still a lot of excitement coming up today. Of course, our FCAC Cross Country Championship coverage starts at 2 o'clock, so be sure to check that out. We're looking forward to it. Beautiful Waveney Park. It's going to be a hot day, so be sure to check that out. And of course, we will be back for your coffee break tomorrow at 11.